What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Society. We're at Matchday 2 today and I'm joined once again by Bateson.
Hey guys.
And we're going to be showing two games today guys. I'm going to break this Matchday 2 down over 2 days. So the first two games we've got today is BFG against Beach, or Biscuit Face Gaming against Beach, and iLucas against Math Denton. Now in the last episode, Bateson, in Matchday 1, iLucas absolutely slaughtered Capgun Tom. Do you reckon he's going to come out with another win here today?
Looking at his recent form and the way he did play in the last game, he's going to go absolutely ham to prove a point because he's seen as a pink slip player, so he needs to get some more wins on the thing to prove him as a professional.
He does, but he had a big pink slip win the last couple of days, hasn't he?
He always wins. I don't know why he does pink slips. No one gets a chance.
And then we've got BFG, Biscuit Face Gaming, who stole a 3-2 win, I do believe, against Math in the last game, and he's playing against Beach today, who picked up a loss in the last game, a 2-goal loss there to Finch. He actually lost 3-1, didn't he, to Finch? So you reckon he'll be fighting for a win here? Beach obviously picking up, Biscuit picking up 3 points. We'll be looking to extend that lead before match day 2 continues tomorrow. But we're going to have Beach looking to get the first 3 points on the board. Yeah,
for Beach to get some points on the board, though, he's definitely going to have to switch up his team. So it'd be nice to see if he has done so. And also, Biscuit was a bit leaky in defence. Some defensive errors did cost him. So if Beach does continually press him, Beach could definitely get some goals. But it'd be nice to see how Biscuit gets on in this game as well.
So actual scores for pre-game predictions: BFG against Beach.
I am going to go for a draw with that one, a 2-2 draw.
I was thinking the exact same thing, a 2-2 draw for that. And iLucas against Math.
I'm going to go for Lucas thumping. Looking at Math in the last game as well, he conceded 3 goals against Biscuit. All of them weren't that good either. There were errors which Math could have easily defended. But I'm going to go for... This sounds harsh on Math, but it's going to be... I'm looking at a 4-0 against Math.
See, I've got faith in Math, and for me, he's a really strong player, so I'm going to actually go for a 2-0 win for Math. I want you guys in the comment section to leave below who you think is going to win these games and the scores, and who you think is going to win tomorrow's games. And tomorrow's games consist of Curtis against Fangs, Lasty against Finch. Lasty, the player of the day last weekend, he had a fantastic day, and Zweibek against Tom. Tom taking a battering himself. So let me know in the comment section below who you think will win those games, and let's get into game number 1. So as the game kicks off, we see Biscuit Face Gaming lining up with a 4-3-1-2 and Beach with a 4-1-2-1-2. You guys would have seen the team sheets at the start. Of course, there is an informed Baines in Biscuit Face team. He's in the Newcastle kit with Beach in the Manchester United kit. After looking at the formations, let's start this early cross here though. We're going to get a header there, saved very, very well off the line, and the keeper does well again. What do you make of these two lineups, Bateson?
Biscuit's obviously sticking with what he knows. He's sticking with the 4-3-1-2 formation, which is the one he did rock against Math, and also Math was using the 4-3-1-2 formation as well. So in that game they were cancelling each other out all the time. But now that Beach is rocking it with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation and a different lineup as well, we must note, he obviously has taken on board what was mentioned in the last game. He's got the 2 most informed strikers in this tournament so far, so it'd be nice to see if he actually gets any goals.
And he's got oh my god, what a goal, what a goal that was. Mario Götze with the overhead kick, the cross coming in from Marco Reus on the left hand side. I didn't think he was going to get that, but he tries the bicycle kick, and Joe Hart is left wondering what happened. And there's another early goal for you guys. Beachy's babes there with an 8th minute goal with Götze, and that is exactly what he needed. He's currently on 0 points, and he took a damaging 3-1 defeat actually in the first game after scoring an early goal again. Do you think that'll be in his head for this game, Bates?
It depends how Biscuit now takes on the game. If Beach can hold out, keep pushing, because that was an absolutely insane... I think that's probably the best goal we've seen so far.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And if he just continues pushing him, obviously Biscuit can't handle the crosses, so keep on crossing.
And that's one of the things that I found personally with the 4-1-2-1-2, why it's my formation so far this year, is that you do get that width, and there's going to be another chance here, although Lewandowski can't put the ball through good enough. I find the 4-1-2-1-2 to be that strong because you've got the wide men, and you know, Beach has great wide men as well in Royce and Robben, two of the best wide men in the game. He's then got the best strike pairing in the game without any shadow of doubt in Lewandowski and Aubameyang, and Mario Götze, as we've just seen, is proving to be a good cam. However, I'd personally go for Gundogan, but he's got Götze in there, he's scored the overhead kick, and the 4-1-2-1-2 is clearly the stronger formation here. Yeah,
with the 4-3-1-2 formation, you've got 3 sitting centre midfielders, so you've got to make a decision which one's going to be a defence. It's basically a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, just with no DM, so it depends if you get the mixture of defensive and attack-minded players correct.
And we've got another chance here again, and there's Aubameyang, Hart with the save. Some nice play though. There's a lot of space in that defence behind Biscuit Face Gaming defence. Javi Martinez here has the ball, he plays it in, but David Luiz, as strong as always, clears it. Nasri passes it to Torre, who can break now. Aguero the 1-2 with Suarez. It gets played back down the right hand side to Torre, who has deceptive pace and very good strength. He passes it through to Nasri, who looked offside and was. But I just noticed there in Beach's attack just before that break there, Biscuit Face Gaming is leaving a lot of spaces at the back. You think maybe he's playing an attacking game here and trying to get back into this, or is maybe just Beach causing problems?
Beach is causing a lot of problems. If you look at how Beach is going up on the attack, he's piling numbers forward, and obviously Biscuit isn't expecting that and causing him a bit of trouble. But also if Biscuit keeps bringing Yaya Toure up, which he has done a few times so far, he could be left short on the counter-attack, which probably will cost him a few more goals in the future minutes of the game.
He could indeed, and Yaya Toure, as good as he is in the air and as an attacking threat, he's much better suited in that CDM position and much better suited as a defence midfielder. But once again, there's a lot of space here on the wing for Robben, and Robben has got the pace on Baines, even though this is the informed version with the upgraded stats. And look at Robben bombing down that wing. He's going to cross it in with his weaker right foot. That should be an easy header out for company. It is, but it falls to Aubameyang on the top of the box. He shoots. Walker is there. Walker's a great player in this game. He's very strong, very fast, and he seems to get about a lot.
Yeah, very annoying player to play against. I've never actually played with him, but after playing against him in the last couple of games, he's definitely worth a purchase, and there's a reason why that low rated player holds his price value on FIFA Ultimate Team.
That's indeed true, and the early game here, 30 minutes in now, and it's actually been quite a good attacking presence here from Biscuit Face Gaming. He comes down the right hand side with Walker, just as we were saying. Walker gets about everywhere on the field, tries to cross it in, but Alaba is there to block the shot and does a really good job. Nasri whips that corner in. That's a good corner there. David Luiz is there with the header, but he's put it wide, and those are bankers in this game.
Yeah, especially corner kicks are so dangerous on this game, and even if you are dominating the game, give your opposition one chance from a corner, more than likely they'll put it away, and it's very unlucky Biscuit missed that one.
That
very
is
lucky for Beach as well.
It was very lucky, and I always threat myself when I come up against people who have a lot of corners, but he got away with that one there, and Cabaye here intercepts the ball, no problem at all. Aguero plays it back into Juan Mata, who gives it away to the overhead kick goal scorer Götze. Plays a 1-2 with Lewandowski and Aubameyang, and he comes back through, and Lewandowski shooting on his weak foot, and Joe Hart parries that out. And again, that's one of the biggest issues I found with Joe Hart, is that he never holds on to anything. We talked about it briefly in the last game. Do you personally think Cech is a better goalkeeper, or maybe even Lloris?
I prefer Lloris after recently using him with like every goalkeeper I use. I always put the glove trait on, and after putting the glove trait on him, he's just been absolutely ridiculous. But then again, playing against Cech, I find it so difficult to score against him as well. What about yourself? Cech's
my favourite goalkeeper in the BPL for sure. Hart is definitely one of the worst. I'd actually prefer someone like David De Gea above Hart, because Hart just cannot seem to catch anything. And this game here, though, has been a bit of a midfield battle since the goal. Both teams having good attacks, both teams trying to feel each other out. David Luiz there with the overhead kick away from goal this time instead of Götze's in goal. That's a nice bit of play there from Lewandowski, but he can't get the heel-to-heel flick off. The ball finds its way to Kun Aguero. He had a man on the left-hand side in space there, but he tried to go for the through ball through the middle. Walker there cannot get the ball, and Royce intercepts. And this has turned into a bit of a scrappy match in the midfield.
Yeah, Biscuit's actually, if you notice the way Biscuit is playing, he's playing down the wings because he's having absolutely no success through the middle, and that's because of how disciplined Beach has been in the defence now. And Biscuit is also watching the 1-2s which Beach keeps putting out there, so it'd be weird to... this game might even stay 1-0.
It could stay 1-0. It hasn't been too attacking since the goal. There have been a few chances here or there, but Walker's got a bit of space down the right-hand side. He whips the ball in. That's a great ball, and there's a header from Aguero. Neuer saves it. I was thinking maybe we'd have another bicycle kick there. If he had just held the left trigger, maybe he would have got the bike off with Aguero. And that is a massive punt down the field, but the defender does well to intercept that. Those are always dangerous balls there, because if the defender misses, you're through on goal and it's game over. The ball comes through to Aguero here. Hummels has got too high. I think he's got 85 defending and 84 heading. He's never going to miss headers like that. But the ball comes back through to Aguero, however, he is offside. And that signals pretty much the end of the first half. Do you think it's been an even first half for me, Bates? And do you think Beach deserves the lead, or was it just a wonder goal that stole the game so far?
Yeah, he's definitely deserved the lead. If he can finish any goal like that, then he definitely deserves the lead. And he's done well defending as well. Obviously, the only standout chance which I've seen from Biscuit was the corner with David Luiz, and nothing came of that, obviously.
We talked about Biscuit's midfield in the last game, even though he picked up a win. Picking up a 3-2 win against Math. His midfield is relatively slow. He's got Nasri, Torre, Cabaye and Juan Mata in midfield. Do you think maybe he just needs a bit more pace? As we look at the match stats there, he has had more possession, but barely any shots. 2 shots, 1 on target, and 5 and 5 for Beach. But do you think more pace in that midfield might help him out a little bit?
Yeah, definitely, especially the way both of them are playing. It's basically one end to the other really fast, and the stamina will run down. But if you are doing end-to-end stuff, you need the pace there. And as you said, with the 3 players he's got there, apart from Juan Mata, he hasn't got it.
But he's scored an early goal straight away. Aguero there with a header. Great crossing from Nasri. He didn't need his pace this time, as he found himself in too much space for pace to even be bothering him. Nasri with a great cross. Aguero is there with the header for a little guy. Aguero wins a lot of headers, and Biscuit Face Gaming finds himself straight back in the game after the half-time whistle.
That's a perfect start to the half, and that's what he needed. He no need to feel sorry for himself now. He just needs to get more goals, and Beach needs to get an instant reply as well, whether it be like this from the KSI style.
He's tried the over-the-top kick-off through ball there, but it's going to come straight back down his throat. And Nasri here on the right-hand side of midfield in the central 3 plays it into Cabaye. It comes back to Nasri through Aguero. Juan Mata picks up the loose ball. Cabaye, has got some space down the left-hand side. I feel he would have been better playing that out to the left wing, but Aguero there punts it across goal. The keeper makes an error with the defender, finally gets it away, and Robin has a chance here to break. He plays it into Aubameyang and into Mario Götze, who goes for a 1-2 with Lewandowski. The ball comes on the right-hand side to Aubameyang, and he's got a bit of space out here again. He probably the wrong ball there with a chip-through ball. Cabaye was always marking that run. He should have just brought that forwards himself, but the attack stays, and he finds Javi Martinez getting up into the attacking third, not somewhere where you really want to see him. Lewandowski tries to play it back through to Javi Martinez, but defended well, and Beach here is pressing hard to try and get this lead back.
Yeah, and he's got the players to do it. It's just finding the space, because Biscuit has actually hold down his players' positions very well since conceding that goal. I don't even see which way this game's going to go now. It's very end-to-end, though. Both of them have got the similar
we actually called
attack.
a 2-2 draw between these two guys, so we're not too far off that at the moment. Aubameyang's got a little bit of space here, but Company's strength proves truer than Aubameyang's strength in that attack. Nasri here has the ball now, chips it across. Aguero is there, but Hummels with the very fancy overhead clearance away. Company plays it back into Juan Mata, and Company's probably a bit too far up the field right now, and this could cost him. And Lewandowski plays it into Götze. Götze's got lucky with the rebound and is through on goal. He pump fakes the keeper. Götze hasn't got the pace, but he doesn't need it, and Joe Hart finally makes a decent save. And if that was Aubameyang there instead of Götze, it would have been curtains, but the pace not good enough from Götze. The corner's going to come in from Lahm on the 60th minute. That's a very nice corner indeed. Company does well with the header, and Walker clears. The break might be on here now for Biscuit Face Gaming, although Juan Mata plays a terrible ball in. Götze plays it into Lewandowski. He's got the chance for the 1-2 here, but he just turns with Aubameyang. He tries a weak foot shot. Seems a bit of a tense game now, Bates, and nobody seems like they really got control of the game, and either team can go on and win it. But we go, Suarez here is away. He fails there, but he plays it through to Juan Mata with a dirty little chip, and that is brilliant. A beautiful goal from Juan Mata, who moonwalks away. And this is the second time now that Biscuit Face Gaming has turned his games around.
Yeah, he was losing against Math and he never let it affect him, and he obviously hasn't let this affect him either. But this is the second time for Beach also to take an early lead and go on to lose a game. Well, he hasn't lost a game yet, but he's in a losing position, so he needs to break that duck fast.
He does indeed, and there was a chance just before Biscuit scored where Beach had the ball with Aubameyang at the top of the box. He went for a shot when the defender dived in. Me personally, I would have tried a step over or a ball roll, and that probably would have seen him through on goal. You think he's maybe a bit too nervous? He's desperate for the 3 points. He's desperate just to get the shots off to get the goals. It's probably going to end up costing him. Yeah,
you can tell with both players that they're not going too far out of their usual playing style just to guarantee a win. Apart from the fancy bicycle kick from Goetze, there's been nothing extravagant. I've not seen any skills, have you?
The odd step over here or there, but there hasn't been too many skills. Both guys taking this game very, very seriously, and Biscuit Face Gaming will be happy that he's found himself in the lead again. And he's given the ball away here, though, however, to Robin on the right-hand side, who completely muscles the defender off the ball, plays it into Lewandowski. He's got the runner with Goetze. He tries to go with Aubameyang, who chips it through to Royce in the 70th minute. Royce has got a little bit of space. He's got 2 men in the box. He cuts it across. There is the kick from Aubameyang. Now, once again, he just makes a mistake here. As you see Royce come into the box, the defender tracks the attacker who's not on the ball. He could have just stepped inside and had a shot with Royce there.
Yeah, the last time he actually did use Royce was when he whipped it into to Goetze to score, I think. And that was the last time I seen him use Royce. And I think he needs to start getting him involved, because if he starts switching the play from the right to the left, he'll be a lot more effective and find a lot more space for Royce, who's also got decent finishing on him as well.
He has got a very good shot on him, but Aguero here has the ball for Biscuit Face Gaming. He plays it through to Kabai, who tries to be a little bit too greedy with the ball, loses out to Javi Martinez, and the break is on again. Lewandowski plays Aubameyang through, the goalkeeper comes out with Joe Hart, and it's defended very, very well. And Yaya Toure there plays it through to Suarez, but he can't keep possession of that. Hummels picks up the ball, and just like in the opposition team, the defence and defensive midfielder of Beach's lineup isn't the fastest. Dante and Hummels for centre-backs, Martinez for that central defensive midfielder. That's maybe why he's getting caught out a little bit too much.
Yeah, but then with the Bundesliga, who else would you put there unless you're going to pay for the prices of like second in form, Lam, etc. There's also Gustavo would be a good option for that play, and maybe Gundogan as well, because he hasn't got him in the team, and as we know, he can play anywhere in midfield and even striker.
Yeah, Gundogan can definitely play anywhere he wants, but if Javi Martinez is what works for him, it's not doing too badly so far. It's only 2-1 down. There's still 10 minutes left in this game, and Javi Martinez there plays Aubameyang through, but Aubameyang is found to be offside, and rightfully so. This is going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the wire. I do personally think BFG has got this in the bag and might even hit Beach on the counter again. And Beach will be disappointed to be perhaps 2 games in now with zero points. And Aguero here loses the ball, but Juan Mata picks it up, who also loses the ball. And the counter attack could be on here. He goes for the through the legs there with Aubameyang and loses out to Vincent Kompany, who plays it through to Suarez, and Aguero, who is just offside. Do you see him getting back into this game, Bates?
I don't know. I see our 2-2 score predictions as completely out the water. I think Biscuit's going to see this game out, stick with a 2-1 win, because even if he pushes, he leaves himself open to the counter-attack, where 3 points is a lot in this league, so you'd rather take 3 than the 1, so he's going to play it safe, definitely.
Indeed, and it is quite a short league with just 9 games, but Goetze here with a bit of space plays Aubameyang through. He cuts inside, but a terrible fake shot there, and Walker is great tackle and a bit of a lunging slide tackle there to try and get the ball back, but I think it's too little too late at this stage. Nasri down the right hand side with Walker again with all the pace. He steps back inside just to keep possession of the ball, but actually gives it away to Lewandowski, who's got a bit of space here. He plays Aubameyang through. He's got Goetze and then Royce down that left hand side again. He needs to start stepping inside here, because just like there, Walker reads the play on the outside way too easily. He's expecting that run down the wing and the cross far too much. If he just starts stepping inside with the ball instead of trying to cross there, he might have had a chance, but he has got a throw in here. We are late into this game. Royce has the ball again. He goes down the left hand side. He's got an opportunity to whip it in. He does whip it in. There is Lewandowski, who misses a header. Kompany has been absolutely unstoppable this game, apart from that first goal.
Yeah, as this is the first time we've actually seen a BPL go ham on a Bundesliga team, because usually the Bundesliga teams have run riot in this league so far, so it's nice and refreshing to see someone use a BPL and actually outperform the Bundesliga team.
It is indeed, and this is going to be the last attack of the game here. We've got David Luiz probably a little bit too far up the field at this stage. Javi Martinez, maybe one attack. Alaba there should have played that over the top. He had a great chance to put Lewandowski through, but the ball's come straight back at him, and Nasri's going to go down the wing here and just see this game out. He gets fouled on the edge of the box there, and that's going to be curtains now for Beach in this game. Biscuit is going to have a chance to score from the free kick. He's got Leighton Baines, the informed version. He has a shot, he chips it in, Neuer saves, and upon this goalkeeper throwing it out, that should be the final whistle, and it is indeed. So a big 2-1 win there for Biscuit Face Gaming after being 1-0 down after 8 minutes. Deserved, Bateson?
Yeah, definitely deserved. He kept his head up all the way through it. Conceding that early goal can affect people's heads, but obviously his return goals with Juan Mata and also Aguero has sealed him the win and takes him to 6 points in the league now as well.
Lucas against Math. Lucas picking up 3 points against Tom in the last game. We'll see how that game pans out very, very shortly. So guys, into the game we go, and we have got Lucas starting with a 4-1-2-1-2 team. He's got his Bundesliga team again, and Math sticking with his 4-3-1-2 team, even though he took a loss last game. How do you see this game panning out, Basin?
I can see Lucas going absolutely ham on Math. Even though Math is using this team day in, day out, Lucas looked an absolutely difficult opponent to try and get past in the last game.
He did indeed, and after the last game we saw Biscuit picking up 3 more points, taking him to 6 points. Lucas won't want to drop behind that after such a positive start, so he'll be looking to get a win. Like I say, he has got the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, but both teams here lining up with Aubameyang and Lewandowski up front. It seems to be a very, very strong partnership up front. We have got Lucas in the yellowish kind of kit there, and Math Denton in the blue kit with the white shorts. And Math's had a positive start to this game. Luis Gustavo here bombing down the left-hand side. He cuts back inside, tries to play it inside to no one who's being marked there, and Lucas has got a chance to break here. The ball doesn't come back though, unfortunately, to Aubameyang in the strike partnership. When you play with this sort of team yourself, Bateson, or this sort of strike partnership, which player do you play on which side of the attack, and how important is it?
With Aubameyang, I play him on the left-hand side and use Lewandowski on the right-hand side. Now, the reason I do that is Lewandowski's snapshots and him shooting into the far corner from the right-hand side just seem to go in a lot more than they do on the opposite side. But I'm sure you mix them up, don't you, onto the other side?
I tend to actually have Aubameyang on the left-hand side as well and Lewandowski on the right-hand side, mainly because of that weak foot being 4 stars. But we have got a chance here for Math Denton. Aubameyang is through. He's got a chance. He smashes it to the near post. The keeper saves well. He did have more options there. He could have gone for the lob shot over the keeper or maybe for the cutback. But Ronaldinho here is going to take the corner. He whips it in. That's going to be the keeper's all day long. And Math Denton going for an ultra-defensive stance from the off. And we saw this in the last game as well, where Math was playing ultra-defensive. And he's given the ball away here to Aubameyang, who's got the strength, shoots and hits the post. Maybe could have taken another touch inside, but Math needs to sort himself out a custom corner if he's going to keep playing ultra defensive, because he's going to need to get those headers in the way. And we've got Aubameyang there again with a very weak shot that goes out of play. But would you recommend Math sorting out those corners?
Yeah, corners are a massive part of this game, and if you want to get a cheap 1 or 2 goals, then a custom set piece, or even getting used, like I don't use any custom set pieces, but if you practice corners, you can definitely get 1 or 2 goals a game with them.
Yeah, I don't use the custom set pieces myself, but when I do play defensive or ultra defensive, which at this stage in FIFA is quite often, I do manage to hit the man quite easily in the box, even with just 2 men. But Lucas here is creating a lot of space against Math in defence, and Math playing defensive or ultra defensive is just asking for Lucas to come onto him, and that's not the best thing that you're going to want after Lucas took a 5-1 lead against Capgun Tom, taking the 3 points, and Math's giving it away sloppily in midfield, as is Lucas. Aubameyang here though picks up the ball, plays it back to Fernandinho, who chips it all the way through, and that's going to find its way through to eventually the centre back here. Piszczek picks up the loose ball, chips it across, and this has been a really, really scrappy first quarter of the game.
Yeah, in my eyes, Math shouldn't really be playing on defensive because...
Oh, well, he scored a goal though. Maybe you should. Diego, one of your favourite players in FIFA 13, scores a left foot shot there past the keeper, a dirty little chip through ball over the defence. A fantastic run from Diego. His positioning and his attacking positioning is very, very strong, and Lucas will be really, really devastated to take a 1-0 defeat into the first 25 minutes here.
Yeah, after beating Tom, he's definitely going to have to come out, even though he's had a good few chances to hit the post already. But I think Math playing on Ultra D is causing Lucas to come at him a lot more, and I reckon Lucas could get a lot more goals in this game, even though it's already 1-0 to Math.
You think Lucas could get a few goals? I actually see it a little bit different myself. I think Math could hit Lucas on the counter a few more times here, because Lucas is going to have to play attacking now, and with Math already playing defensive, he's going to find it difficult, in my opinion, to create chances and find space. Math just needs to play calm for the rest of the game, just as he is. He's got Ronaldinho there on the ball, plays it through to Gustavo, back into Ronaldinho. He goes for the fake shot, the pump fake. He does a nice little McGeady spin inside, another McGeady spin on the outside, and eventually wins the corner from this. And this is his second corner of the game. Let's see if he can make anything anything from this one. Ronaldinho here about to chip this in. Looks like to the penalty spot. Diego is there with the header, and there's the goal from Diego after 30 minutes. Maf finds himself 2-0 to the good, and he'll be relieved after not picking up any points after match day 1.
Yeah, and he did score 2 goals in the last game as well, but then he did give it up, didn't he, in the end, and lost to Biscuit. It's whether Maf can keep his head and actually keep skilling with Ronaldinho and causing a lot of trouble, because Lucas obviously can't handle the skills, as you just saw in that on the right-hand side.
Indeed he can't, and that is why he is the #1 Welsh FIFA skiller. But Lucas has a chance here with Mario Götze. He picks the ball back up on the top of the box, gets very lucky, but Maf defends very strong there. Ronaldinho's got the chance to break away. He does the triple elastico, but loses the ball, maybe getting a bit too trick happy on that right thumbstick there, just flicking that around as he does. But he picks up the ball here again in a good position. Reva chips the ball long to Lewandowski. He's got the strength but not the ability to pick up the ball again. Farfan here lost in the game in the middle of the field where he should be out on the wing. Lewandowski trying the scoop turn but can't do anything with it, and another break opportunity here from Maf Denton. He got really lucky with the ball there but eventually loses it. Aubameyang's got the play down the right hand side. Lewandowski finds himself here with the ball. He chips it back inside to himself, but that's good defending from Maf. And if you can see this game out to half time and go in at 2-0, I don't see any way back for Lucas.
No, likewise, Lucas hasn't done carried the game plan over like he did against Tom. He kept catching him on the 1-2 and looked very strong in attack, but he hasn't had that many chances compared to how Maf's been playing. Maf's been defending very well, a bit scrappy at times, but he's done the job.
He has done the job, and he's got another corner here, and if he's dangerous from one corner already, maybe he can get another chance here. He's obviously found his range with Ronaldinho, looking for that penalty spot as he puts the corner in. If he's going to take that again, you'll see him maybe move the Ronaldinho's view a little bit right to that penalty spot, but he goes left this time instead. He whips the corner in. There's Lewandowski. He misses the ball, and that was a great chance there to get a third goal, but he does pick the ball back up with Dani Alves. He has a shot. Keeper saves that, and he's going to get another corner, and he is really putting the pressure on here on his way into half-time.
Yeah, if it gets to 3-0 before half-time, I really can't see Lucas coming back from that, even though he scored a lot of goals in previous games. Maf's really surprised me, actually, this game. Even though I went for the guess of a thumping by Lucas, Maf's obviously heard that and pulled his socks up.
He has pulled his socks up, and I know Maf is a very proud FIFA man, and he doesn't like to take losses very well. So after losing 3-2, especially in the manner he lost that last game in the 90th minute, he'll be really looking to get a win on the board here. But Lucas, you can't count him out. He scored 5 goals against Tom and looked very strong. In the first half against Tom, I'll say he looked very strong. Tom actually came back in the second half and made a real game of it. Lucas here just having a pot shot from range, trying to get himself back into the game. But if Maf can carry on playing the way he's playing, he's going to pick up a really easy 3 points here. He does still make a few errors like he did in the game against Biscuit Face Gaming when he lost 3-2, and he gives the ball away twice there, and Lucas has got a chance just before half-time to get back into this game, but Götze can't find the space that he wanted to initially. Gustavo tries to come forward. Thiago Silva there with the ball. Lewandowski's got a chance for a 1-2, but he tries it far too quickly. And going into the half, what do you see this final result being at this stage?
I can see a Maf win, but if Lucas gets an early goal in the start of the second half, he needs to start using Aubameyang and Lewandowski a lot, because they seem to be drifting just outside the area. They need to be inside the area, causing trouble, and both of them are seen as poachers as well, so they can definitely get a tap in and get Lucas back into the game.
They can, but the way Maf's lined up with 3 midfielders right across the middle, but he's got another chance here on the stroke of half-time. He's through with Lewandowski. He tries a drilled shot. The keeper saves it, hits the post and comes back out. Lucas got away with that there. He could have found himself 3-0 going into the half, but he's still managed to keep it to 2-0. But the way Maf's set up, he's got those solid 4 defenders. He's got 3 centre midfielders sat right in front of those. Lucas is playing a 4-1-2-1-2. He's getting crowded out in the midfield. He can't find any time on the ball or any space on the ball. You think maybe a tactical change is needed here, a formation change?
I wouldn't go for formation change, but I would definitely play Maf on the counter, because when Maf counters, he's not finishing off as much as I would expect him to, even though the opposition's keeper's keeping him in it a bit more. It could have been 3-0 easily before half-time, but it wasn't.
And those stats show the domination. Maf has controlled this game. 56% possession, 5 shots and 4 on target to Lucas's 3 and 1. Maf with 80% passing as well to Lucas's 75. Lucas does not know what hit him this game. Maybe he came into this game too confident off the 5-1 win against Captain Tom, kind of expecting a cakewalk. But like I was saying, even in the second half of Lucas's 5-1 win against Tom, Tom made a strong comeback in that game. I know he still lost 5-1, but he looked healthy against Lucas in that second half.
Yeah, Tom lifted his spirits up and could have had a few penalties as well. A few decisions didn't go his way, but Lucas just looked so strong in front of goal, and this game he doesn't.
He doesn't. It's not necessarily that he hasn't looked strong in front of goal. It's just that Math hasn't allowed him the chances in front of goal, and I think that's going to give Math a lot of confidence going into this game. He tries an outside elastico there for absolutely no reason down the right hand side. He ends up winning a throw-in from it. Dani Alves here with the throw-in is going to try and find some space. He's got a few options there just on the left hand side. He eventually passes it through. Ronaldinho picks it up. The look away pass back into Dani Alves, who scoops it all the way through to Diego, who's going to find himself on the ball here. Lucas with a dangerous pass back into the box, but clears it long, and Math is defending far too good at the moment. Marcelo has the ball down the left hand side, completely sells the defender there, expecting the pass, and he plays a nice little 1-2 with Luis Gustavo, who's not the fastest but has got a good left foot on him, but he gets pushed off the ball easily, and Math is going to find himself with a free kick here on the edge of the box and maybe extending this lead.
Yeah, it's very refreshing to see Math play with confidence as well, because usually he's very scrappy, but he's taking his time now waiting for the pass to go through, and he's getting free kicks, corners and decent scoring opportunities, which you wouldn't usually get.
He wouldn't usually get them, and that's a nice header there as well in the middle of the penalty box, and the keeper saves. Maybe should have been catching onto that one and holding that, but he parries out for a corner, and Math really found his range with corners now. He's scored from one, he's had one go close. Lewandowski seemed to duck under the ball instead of heading it into the back of the net. You see him again lining up this corner nicely, and he's got the chance there, but the defender defends well, and you saw how he had a third man in the box there. It seems Math may have gone from ultra defensive to defensive now, coming a bit more confident in the game. Might be his downfall as Lewandowski here puts Aubameyang through. Great defending there from Dani Alves, and Aubameyang for Math is going to pick up the ball here, but kind of misses out. Ronaldinho has the ball through to Lewandowski. He's got a chance to break down the left hand side. He chips through the ever-present Ronaldinho in this game. Although he's playing on the right hand side, he's been absolutely everywhere this game.
Yeah, Ronaldinho is perfect for that centre midfield spot, especially with attacking, and Math's using him very well as well. He's having fun with him because it looks like Math's skill stick's stuck in this game.
Yeah, Math's waggling that skill stick like there's no tomorrow. He's doing a good job. But there is a chance here for Lucas. He tries to cut back inside. Marcelo does a good job. Lewandowski just pushes the ball away. With 30 minutes left, Lucas just hasn't created nearly enough chances to get back into this game, and Math is defending very strong. Math's defending the way that would frustrate you, but there is finally a chance here for Lucas. He crosses it across. There is Aubameyang. That is a fantastic save, and eventually the attacker there is offside. Goetze just on the pitch as the ball gets played. Lucas finally creates a chance, but Math saves it. Nothing's going right for him this game.
No, Lucas looks a shadow of himself, especially after the way he played against Tom. It's really weird to see. It'd be nice to see how last he gets on as well. See if he can continue the form he had against Curtis. Because if all the people who won the last game don't play the same as the other game, then obviously they're going to be losing points left, right and centre and leaving the table open up to the likes of Math to go on and win it.
Indeed they will, but Biscuit will be loving this result so far. Math finds himself through again. Aubameyang there, he took one too many touches. He could have either taken that early shot or played it through. Math will be happy to finally look to get himself some points on the board, even if it is just finishes as 1 this game, although 3 is looking likely. Math is playing some lovely one-touch football in the final third, but Aubameyang finds himself just offside there. And Biscuit right now will be loving this result.
Oh yeah, he will do. When one of his opponents, who was strong in the first game, is losing 2-0 to Math, who did lose his first game, obviously you're going to be sat there with a smile on your face, rubbing your hands. But then again, it is the early stages of the league and anything can change, and obviously Lucas is going to have to pick himself up, brush him off and get back on the pitch. Maybe even change a team, because the team doesn't seem to be working this game against Math.
The team doesn't seem to be working. I think this is for me one of the strongest teams there is, but I think Math's defence and the fact that he goes in defensive might just show that the rest of the people that come up against Lucas can just play the same way against him and frustrate him just as Math has done.
Yeah, and as you see from Lucas's channel, he gets frustrated very easily, and if he can't contain that anger, then who knows, it could be the end of Lucas's winning and dominance within the FIFA community.
It could indeed, but we've got Math here going down the right hand side again. Aubameyang in a truckload of space, chips it through to Lewandowski, who gets his head on it, decides to head it backwards instead of towards goal. Diego wasn't able to get on the ball, and we've got a break here from Lucas. He goes through with Aubameyang. He's got Lewandowski down the left hand side. He chooses to use him. He's also got Goetze in the box. He goes for the cross. Oh, that's very unlucky. Very lucky defending from Math, and I really think the FIFA gods have shone down on Math today and given him all the luck that he needed.
Yeah, and they've obviously been messing with Aubameyang and Lewandowski's, Lucas's players' heads, because the way them two were positioning each other then was ridiculous and left Lucas no opportunity to get in and attack.
That's very true, and Lucas defending well here again. He has defended much better the second half. Math hasn't created nearly as many chances, but we have got a chance here for Math. Tries a chip through ball for absolutely no reason. He should have kept it on the ground there, but with 75 minutes here, Math probably take a bit of a breather now, a bit of a sigh of relief, and kind of just relax and try and see this game out.
Yeah, as long as he's not too overconfident in his slowness of play, he should easily walk this game out now. Lucas has caused him no trouble within the 75 minutes being played. Maybe one or two chances where the keeper saved him, but then it is FIFA. One goal could turn into 2 goals, maybe even 3 goals within a matter of minutes.
It could indeed, and Royce is going to be here. He has the shot. That's a great block from Math. Ronaldinho manages to get the ball away. Fernandinho here has got a lot of space. He picks up Aubameyang, who steps inside and plays it through to Lewandowski. Math doing a nice little bit of defensive work there and draws a free kick, and he'll be able to see another couple of minutes pass from that. He decides not to go for the quick free kick, which is probably the better option, and he's got players like Dani Alves that could maybe smack this free kick, but he looks like he's going to play it with Fernandinho. It looks like he's going to go short to the right hand side, play it back out to Ronaldinho. Indeed he does, but he just gives it straight away to Royce there, and Royce has got a bit of a chance here, and he should have played that ball through, but Math's defence again just a little bit too strong. And what you were saying there with Math maybe holding on the ball a bit too much, he almost did there. He almost tried to play a short free kick to burn a bit of time, but it almost cost him.
Yeah, and he's starting to mess around with Ronaldinho, and I don't think it's the right time for him to go and do so, because if Lucas could get one chance back, back in the game and take 2 points away from Math, which Math's deserved, to be honest. He's defended well, he's attacked well, and he's holding the ball well as well. It's definitely frustrating Lucas. You can tell the way he's rushing around with the players. That's
very true, and his defence has been the key point of this game for me, rather than his attack. He has scored from a corner goal, and I can't actually remember the other goal that he scored, but he's got another chance here. The header comes in, but defended very well from Lucas. Fernandinho picks it up, plays it out to Luis Gustavo, who's just sitting on the ball, wasting a bit of time. He plays a lovely little chip through ball back to Gustavo, who chips it into the box. It's all over the shop right now. It finds its way to Aubameyang. Good defending there from Lucas. Boateng is able to come away with the ball, but he gives it straight back to Dani Alves, who plays it into Ronaldinho. He goes for the step over to ball roll. He's looking for the McGeady spin. Everyone saw it coming except Lucas, apparently. Ronaldinho here again with the fake shot. Lucas defending well. Felipe Santana plays it out to Goetze. Goetze into Lewandowski, who just absolutely misses the ball. He's picking his nose or something there, because things just aren't going right for Lucas at the moment.
No, if you look on when Math's attacking, this could be a third here.
And
he's missed. Ronaldinho deserves that. He's definitely been the player of the game in my eyes. But yeah, if you look at the way Lucas is defending, he's got all 11 players in his own half. It's strange. A total different setup to what we saw last week.
It has been indeed, and Math will finally be walking away with 3 points here. Even if Lucas scores here, Aubameyang goes through on goal. The keeper saves well. It's going to hit the post when Math walks it into the goal on his own. Dani Alves scoring an own goal from the Hells, but I don't think it's going to cause him too many problems. He should be able to keep hold of the ball enough. He plays it back to the keeper for safety, and he's going to be a bit cheeky here with the ball, maybe running towards his own goal a bit. He plays it out wide to Thiago Silva, and this should signal the end of the game through this attack. Marcelo here has the ball on the left hand side. The referee blows his whistle, and a very deserved win for Math.
Yeah, definitely. It's Lucas never even got on the score sheet himself. Math stole that glory away from him in the 90th minute as well, just to rub it in that little bit more. But Math surprised me to come out and beat Lucas, especially after seeing how they both performed in the last game. But it was nice to see, and it's opened up the league a bit more, especially Biscuit Face Game sat there rubbing the inside of his thighs.
He will be having a great time right now, finding himself at the midway point of match day 2, 3 points clear at the top of the table. Next games we've got up, which will be tomorrow for you guys watching, will be Curtis against Fangs, Lasty against Finch, and Zwebeck against Tom. But let's take a look at the table and see how things have changed. So guys, after today's games have been played, you see Biscuit Face Gaming sat top of the table with 2 wins out of 2 games and +2 goal difference, putting himself 3 points clear of Lasty, who obviously still has a game in hand, and of course Finch, who will be looking towards picking up 3 more points and getting atop of that table. Beach, however, is in a lot of trouble at the bottom of the table with just 7 games left. It might seem like there's still a long way to go, but there is only 7 games to go. He finds himself on 0 points after 2 games. How do you think the table looks today, Bates, after today's games?
Yeah, Beach being down near the bottom of the table, 2 losses in 2 games, is not what I expected from him. Playing him last game. He was a very solid player, but he's leaking goals. But then again, he has played two very difficult opponents. We must remember that. It's just a shame that the difficult opponents are the ones walking away with the points and not him. But one thing he doesn't need to take in mind is the fact that Jessie has got more points than him, and that should definitely give him a spur to win some games.
It should indeed, but Fangbanger, after watching her performance in Matchday 1, has changed the way she's been playing. She's eradicated a lot of mistakes in her games in such a short period of time. For me, she could be a dark horse in this league.
Yeah, she did get not a very well. Ryan is a difficult opponent. I played against him, but he's not the most testing of player. So when Jessie gets put up against one of the stronger players, i.e. Biscuit, Lasty, Lucas, Finch, actually all of them players are strong. I don't know what I'm talking about, but any of the elite style players, it'll be counting how many goals she doesn't concede.
That's very true, and people like Tom and GamerCam sat at the bottom of the table right now, -4 goals and -5 goals respectively. They'll be really, really happy that Beach took another loss today.
Yeah, GamerCam needs lots of things to go in his way. He needs a change of team, so it'd be nice to see how he comes out tomorrow, trying to recover from the worst loss in the league so far. Tom as well, he looked very strong in the second half of the game against who was he playing?
Lucas. He played, yeah.
Lucas, yeah, and yeah, that's basically that.
That is indeed that. And that is that for today, guys. If you have enjoyed this episode, leave a like rating on the video. It would be awesome. There will be part 2 tomorrow, the same time at 6 PM, with the final 3 games of Matchday 2. Can Lasty reclaim his top spot? And can GamerCam and Capgun Tom get themselves some points on the board, leaving Beach in last place with no points? Find out tomorrow. Share this around on Twitter and Facebook, guys, with #TheSociety. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.